So in 2019, I submitted a Freedom of Information request to the Home Office asking if their special advisors, people like Dominic Cummings, were using WhatsApp or Signal to conduct the business of government. 2.5 years later, 50 Freedom of Information requests, 5 internal reviews, a challenge with the Information Commissioner's Office, and finally a court case at the High Court. It seems that we may finally get the government to admit, yes, they do use WhatsApp and Signal, and that these messages sometimes are deleted.
At the moment, we have in place the modern equivalent of shredding evidence. We have in place clear acts of Parliament that require documents to be kept so that people like us, journalists, citizens, can ask to see information under the Freedom of Information Act or in the context of an inquiry, and also that those documents make their way to the National Archives in due course for historians to look at. We know from a Department of Health whistleblower, for example, he or she described the pandemic as being conducted almost entirely over WhatsApp messages. And at the moment, there are no proper arrangements in place to ensure that those messages are being kept and retained for the public record. So the citizens have issued proceedings and received permission to proceed to a judicial review. What that means is that the court is now going to assess whether the arrangements in place are lawful in relation to both the Public Records Act and the Freedom of Information Act.
These WhatsApp messages are the proof of whether our government is in itself corrupt. And so at the moment, what we're really fighting for is democratic accountability and transparency.
Democracy, transparency, accountability, these are all the principles that are at risk at the moment and which have to be defended, and we very much hope that the court will step in and ensure that that continues.